right here. It's bothering me. No, I'll get it. No one can see it.
Yeah.
It blends in.
Okay, we're recording
There's
still.
some. I know. There's something on your shirt.
Okay.
My man. My man. All right, ready? Hey guys, it's Jen and Ty from our Mixed POV.
And today we're going to be talking about the 6 things we wish we knew before moving to Barcelona. Number 1.
Number 1. How hard the water is here.
It's really fascinating because when we just got here, we were worried that like the water was too filmy. It didn't feel like we were actually getting clean.
It was like a slimy feel to the skin.
Yeah, we tried different soaps, and I thought it was not the water. I thought it was the soap. And then after like a few weeks of actually going through this and like everything being itchy and everything actually being like really dry, we did some research. We found out that the water here is rich in minerals and calcium because coming from the source, Serra del Cadi, it comes down these little rock formations where there's lots of calcium and gypsum that has calcium and magnesium in there. And the rock formations go into the water and it makes it like rich, too rich in calcium and magnesium.
As a result, besides the film on the skin that you already mentioned, my hair has been falling out in gobs. We've had different like extra acne breakouts. When we were trying to drink the water, you felt like a film in your mouth. And eventually, we even had a really special water filter system that we brought from the States, and it was not getting the job done. So we had to revert to a reverse osmosis machine for our drinking water. And then as far as the shower water, there is a solution if you're in apartment living, but it's pretty pricey and hard to do if you're not a homeowner, because most RO machines you have to like take the wall apart and put the whole apparatus inside.
US water problems are not Barcelona water problems.
No.
US water, lots of toxins. Barcelona water, too many minerals.
Too much of a good thing. Once we figured that out, we got a RO machine in the kitchen for our drinking water. And then as far as the shower solution, we have not invested in that solution yet. But what I'm doing for my hair is doing, like at the end of washing, I just rinse with club soda. Because club soda, the little bubbles, grab all those minerals and sweep them right out of your hair. So my hair can be soft and illustrious despite all the really hard water.
Aww. Let's pour some over some hard water.
Number 2.
Dark vegetables are so hard to find.
Dark green vegetables. Yeah.
If you want to find some passion fruit, some watermelon,
Amazing mangoes.
Mangoes,
Kiwis. The kiwis are so good here. That's for another video though.
You want, you can find here. But you go in the store and you ask for like a dark green vegetable, they're probably like hiding in the back.
So there's fruit and vegetable stands everywhere. But when you do find spinach, or I one time found kale, because my go-tos in the States were kale or spinach, because that dark leafy green goodness is so good for you. And the one time I found kale, it was just wilted and sad, and usually that's the state you find the spinach in too. You have to hunt and go to multiple stores to find the exact item and at a certain fresh level. There are vegetables, but their go-to is cucumbers, tomatoes, a lot of lettuce. Number 3. The Catalan people aren't the most friendly.
I'm gonna be quiet here. That's fine.
I'll take over because I'll use some more gentle language. Our biggest point of culture shock once we moved here was how we are treated by the Catalan people. In preparation for our move, we read a lot of blogs, we listened to a lot of vlogs, and everybody was saying how it's mostly that the locals here don't like the tourists. And there is an element to that, and that's a whole different topic. However, as a resident, in a residential area, you encounter a lot of the Catalan people. They make it really clear that they just don't like other people in general.
Yeah, I mean the history of like Catalan and Spain is, we won't talk about it, but like they have reason to like be standoffish.
Yeah.
But they're standoffish not just to Spanish people, but to everyone that comes through. I mean, I'm 6'4", walking through this environment, and the number of times that people that are like a foot or more shorter, just like cut me off, pretend I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's,
So there's different versions of it. You have people who they get eye contact with you, you see them, they see you, and then you play almost chicken at the sidewalk. And especially in our neighborhood, we're in Sant Antoni, has these big, large, beautiful sidewalks. Yet it's just you and this Catalan person coming at you on the sidewalk. You see each other, and they will head right for you, and it's whoever diverges first is the game. And if you don't, they will body check you. Our first few weeks here, we were getting bumped and knocked over all the time, and initially I took it very personal because I didn't realize it was a stereotypical problem here. I arrived here thinking, I want to learn about the culture. I want to dispel all the negative stereotypes that I know Americans bring, especially when they go to foreign countries. And so here I am, I want to learn, teach me your ways. And people aren't even acknowledging my existence. Yeah. The other version of it is they won't even give you eye contact. They just will straight up run you over. But after talking to a lot of people here that we've been getting to know, we learned that it wasn't about us, and there was no reason for me to be taking it personal. But it contributed a lot to our culture shock when we first got here, especially for me, because I took it so personal. I really felt that it was like they just didn't like me, and I had a lot of questions of like, am I ever gonna fit in here and belong here? And like, if we're hated right out the gate, before I even open my mouth, before I even have time to prove who I am, what is life going to be like here? But then there was this one very eye-opening day where we're sitting at this outdoor cafe, and Ty pointed out as he watched an interaction happening between two Catalan people on the side of the street where they were just being awful to each other for no reason. They were fighting. It was a car pedestrian bike fight, whatever. And he's like, you see? He's like, they just have a bad attitude with everybody.
Initially, it was strange. I just thought, hey, I mean, it sounds like we're going to go through body checking 101 class, getting certified. Wow! So I embraced it. It's all good.
He did. I'm practicing still. But we understand that there are always stereotypes and there's always exceptions to those stereotypes. So I'm not saying, we are definitely not saying Catalan people are no bueno. We're not saying that. We're just saying initially it is hard to get past how some of the people who behave in the stereotypical way behave.
We love Catalan people.
We do. We're here. We love the Catalan culture we get to experience here, and the Catalan food.
Catalan, Spanish, we love everybody. Like, let's make a disclaimer here.
Yes.
But you all need to act right in public. Say, act right.
The chips that they do have on their shoulder, though, it does make sense. It makes sense. Like, if you, like he said, we're not going to speak on it because it's not our history to speak on. Mm-hmm. But if you go and do your own digging, you'll realize it completely makes sense. Yeah. My only request is, like, give us a shot before you judge us, you know? And we'll give you a shot if you give us a shot. We'll give each other shots. Yeah. Like, I mean, chances. Chances.
Shots.
Yeah, but not those kind of shots. Chupitos. Let's say chupitos. Chupitos. We just moved from America, so when you say shots, it's a little triggering, you know, because of those stereotypes that are very, very real. Number 4. Woo!
The city shut down in August. Nothing is here. Well, not nothing. Like, the tourist spots are still hopping. Like, there are a few bars-ish, restaurants-ish, tourist traps that are still available. And it's because they need a vacation too.
But they choose to take their vacation all in one fell swoop. Yeah. Ty has spent the first part of his life, like 2 decades, the first decades of his life in Jamaica, and then the rest all over the world, with a big chunk of it in the States. And then me, childhood in Asia and then States, but working life all in the States. And the bottom line is that it's ingrained in us, that American culture. Like, if you take more than a week off, your everything is in danger. You know, your business, your job, your position, everything. And so it was shocking because you start walking around, and we did not know this. So you're walking around like, why is this a ghost town?
Even
Where
worse,
is everybody?
Like, we wanted to actually have some Indonesian or Jamaican food at some point. Mm-hmm. And, you know, on Google Maps it said, yeah, they're open. So we make reservations. Like, we walked to it an hour before.
Yeah, it lets you make reservations.
Yeah, we find out, they're temporarily closed for August.
Yeah. Well, they don't even say for August. You know what's funny? There's this one spot. There was a new Caribbean spot we wanted to go to get my man some Jamaican eats. And online it said they were open. And a lot of people make their reservations through WhatsApp. So I hit them on WhatsApp. I'm like, hey, want to come in for dinner at 8 p.m., etc. I could see the message was read. So I know somebody's looking at these messages. And online it showed their hours available. And then after the message became read, about 30 minutes later, online turned to temporarily unavailable. They realized that they had not updated their website. So I at least appreciated that they were on it. They could have messaged me back and told me what's going on, but that's fine. We went and visited them once they did open last week, and they were amazing.
Yeah. So
shout out to Eat Caribbean.
Oh, okay. Shout them out.
Yeah.
Hey.
I wouldn't say the entire city shuts down, although it does feel like it, and we're dramatic people, so that's how we're saying it. However, I would say a good 3/4 of the city is shut down for the entire month. Yeah. So it was night and day difference between August 31st and September 1st here in our neighborhood alone. I went out grocery shopping the first week of September, and when I came back home, Ty goes, he's like, how was it? I go, the city came alive. There's so many people on the street. We're back.
Aww.
Getting really hot.
Because you are hot. If you're coming to Barcelona in August, just prepare.
Or don't do it. If you want to come to Barcelona, come any other time.
Yeah.
Skip August. We've decided moving forward that August will be the time we go on vacation, and we're not here because that's what everybody else does. So even though we weren't prepared for it or we didn't understand it initially, it's actually really cool because the States, that's a dream. To get a whole month off, plus every month on top of it, I think it is actually every month here, there is a holiday of some sort.
Oh yeah, at least
They have 30 paid government holidays a year, and that's not including taking the whole month of August off. People here are allowed to prioritize rest and relaxation. Yeah, so you would think that people would be more friendly and relaxed here as a result. Just thought about that. Anyway.
Okay.
Right? Number 5. Wait, hold on. Can we do that again? Because I was looking at myself.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Are you ready?
2, 1.
Number 5.
Let's just face it. The city has a pee smell, as all big cities do. But it's not from what you think.
Usually, when larger metropolitan cities have that urine smell, it's from humans, right? Whether it's a drunken tourist or someone else who just wants to.
Why are you pointing at me like that? It's not me.
I'm not pointing at. Actually, it is you. You do contribute to it now that we talk about it.
I don't.
Yes, you do. At least once a week.
Wow.
So, okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, and the culprit is the dogs.
Damn
this
dogs.
City?
Everybody has a damn dog.
You can't say damn dog, babe. Oh. People love dogs.
Everybody has a dog.
We love dogs. I love dogs.
Everybody has a dog here. It's amazing.
No, for real though. I know that's a cryptic smile there, but seriously, we do. We love animals so much. The point though is everybody has a dog, and because of how the city is structured and everything, there are not, unless you go to a designated park, there are not a lot of patches of grass around. So these dogs have nowhere to go. There's a lot of beautiful trees everywhere. However, greenery on the ground is far and few in between. So you'll be sitting at a street side cafe, somebody walks by with their dog, and their dog just decides they're gonna pee right there. And there are really amazing, sweet dog owners who carry little bottles of water that I think have a little dish soap mixed in or vinegar, and they will squirt the areas after their dog goes to help cleanse the smell.
There are far too few of those.
But there's far too few of them, yeah. So a lot of times, you're like, oh, here's my paella. Oh, and a dog urinating right next to you. Well, we do love dogs, and we eventually will be having a dog anyway.
We don't like dogs smell, dog pee, urine.
We will be the people who are carrying the bottle and squirting away the scent. And it is really nice. I have not tracked it enough to know exactly what the schedule is, but there are street washers who do come by, and They hose down. It's actually really cool because it's a truck that will go down the road, and then one person will be standing on the side of the road with the hose, and the truck just slowly rolls by while the person with the hose just power washes the sidewalks and the streets. Or we get a nice rain and it washes a lot of it away. So it's not like the city is smelling 24/7, but in the summer, we arrived here in the summer. We arrived here during a week where the weather was constantly hitting 100 degrees. So it was a very, very in your face wake up call upon our first arrival. Now, here we are in September. It's not as bad now.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
But just be aware.
Just know that.
It has a smell.
Be aware, and also as tourists, because I know, everyone has their biases and judgments, and a lot of times when people go into big cities and they smell the urine, they're like, oh, it's from unhoused people, etc. And just so you know, it is not. It is not. In fact, while there are some unhoused people here, it's not a lot. Not, especially in comparison to where we just moved from.
Yeah.
We were in Washington State. It's not, it's way better here. It's just dogs everywhere.
Yeah.
Lifting a leg. Number six. Lastly, but most importantly, you need Spanish to thrive here. You need it. We did so much research before moving, and everybody online says you can get by in Barcelona without Spanish. Lies.
If you
Mientras?
Muy bien.
Oh. So we are both currently A2.2 in our Spanish. For those studying languages, you know what we're talking about. And we felt like we had enough of a grasp that it would not be that hard once we got here. We knew there was going to be difficulties, but we didn't realize how much. And from out the gate, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. There's a lot of people who speak English on the level that we speak Spanish. So they'll start speaking English and you think, oh, they speak English. And then you'll start rattling off and realize they're totally lost. They're looking at you like, I have no idea what you're saying. Similarly, the situation is always flipped too, where I will, because we have a few sentences in Spanish we really got down, and I'll rattle off a couple sentences, and then all of a sudden they respond, ba, 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 ba. I appreciate their faith in me, but I'm going, oh, see, can you hang on a minute? I need to get my Google Translate out and put the microphone on. Can you say it again, please?
Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Practice, learn. They're gonna talk. They're gonna speak really quickly.
Yeah.
Just make sure you know how to say, can you repeat this for me one more time? Or, we need to practice more Spanish.
Yeah.
Necesitamos practicar más español. Just get those phrases in.
Yeah. And check the ego at the door.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of humbling moments where in our first couple weeks here, I had an experience with a waiter where I thought I had communicated clearly with my broken Spanish, and with his broken English, I thought we were on the same page. Come to find out I was wrong, and it ended up with, me being yelled at by him, and then I was at a fruit stand, and I was touching something I wasn't supposed to, didn't understand that. I got yelled at a lot. Yeah, our first month here, I got a lot of finger wagging, because they're also a very passionate people, right? So when they're upset, just even a little bit, it's like, no, instead of, no, please don't do that. It's no. And I'm very empathic and sensitive, and I'm thinking, I came home, I wanted to cry so many times because I felt like everybody was yelling at me, and here I am just trying. And then the ego is offended, and then we're trying to help each other, or he'll insert and be like, oh babe, no, it's this word. And I'm like, I got this! Or why didn't you help me? Or
the important thing is basically you gotta learn some Spanish. Pick your phrases, pick your scenarios, but learn them, and then know how to ask if people know how to speak.
Don't be afraid to ask for help too.
Yeah.
Because actually a lot of people here, I know we said what we said about certain groups of people. But the city is brimming with people from all over the world, and a lot of them are from Spanish-speaking countries. We have met so many people from all over South America, for example, and they love to help you, and they appreciate seeing you try. So check the ego and buckle down and get ready to actually study and put in the effort, and you'll do okay.
I'm some Spanish.
Technically, you could get by without Spanish, but you would not thrive. It's hard to build community. It's hard to, if you wanted to get a job locally, we work remotely for our companies, but for the people who want to get employment here, highly, highly recommend it. And then it gives you this avenue to bond and build a community and create the home here that you would want to create.
And
that's it for now. Click like, hit subscribe if you enjoyed this video, share it if it was helpful to you and you think it would be helpful to somebody else. We have so much more content coming. This is just scraping the tip of the iceberg, and we cannot wait to share it with you. Okay.
Are we recording? We're recording.
Oh. A name I call myself. Far, far away to run. So a needle pulling thread.